Hi friends, today I am going to talk to you about reality of starting a business or a side hustle or just a passion project versus the daydream fantasy so many people have. And this is probably one of the most important things you should and can think of before you start anything. I mean, I really mean this. This is so important. A lot of this stuff that I'm talking about is going to be from the E-Myth book. What that stands for is the entrepreneur myth, which means just because you like doing something doesn't mean you'll like or be good at doing it as a business. Now that book, along with others that I've read, especially when starting out, are on the Facebook and Instagram shop or on carlysunder.com under my favorite resources, and I hands down suggest reading it. It is so important. To use an example, when I was doing a lot of floral design classes, a lot of students, almost every student, would say, oh, this is the dream job. I want to do this maybe in another lifetime or when I retire. And I knew that they just did not know what the business was about. So when I would tell them it, they looked deflated because it's not the fantasy that they had in their head. Most of the time, when you're starting out, you are going to be behind the computer. It is very rare when you're going to actually be doing the act or the play or the service that you love doing. I always say I'm in the business of flowers, not I'm a floral designer, because that's the truth. And that applies to basically any creative outlet or business. Ask yourself or say out loud, I'm in the business of. It is very different than doing the actual thing. And if what excites you is doing the craft of it, I would highly suggest that you just stick with your job or do it as a side job. So I want to talk about a student that I had that came to me with a business idea. She was elated. She said she had found her dream work. It was in the design field, and she thought she had this disruptive gold idea. I sat down with her and we really went over the business structure. The first thing we wanted to talk about was the concept, and that's something, again, think about the concept of it. And then when you think of the concept, think of what does it all entail. Like, if you really think about it, what do you need? Do you need studio space? Are you gonna have to rent something? Are you gonna sublease? Then you're gonna have to think of the logistics. Where are you getting the products and the supplies, and at what cost, and who's gonna deliver it if that's part of it. Just all of those logistics. So you really want to think about the concept, then logistics, and then the price and the profit. Are you going to make a big profit, a small profit? She thought she was going to make a huge profit, but I knew from just years of experience that is not, it wasn't going to happen. So I showed her, I did the very simple math. Okay, say you sell something at $100 or $150 or less than that. It's going to take hundreds of orders just for you to make the profit after you pay for the supplies and labor and all that. I showed her that for a whole month with all that work, she personally was going to profit $600. So yeah. Now if you're going to build something and you know it and you have a place you're going to go and you understand how you can scale it, $600 might be fine. If you're also, have another part-time job or even full-time job, but you can't just do something spinning your wheels, something you're not really passionate about, for $600. That's just crazy. What she truly wanted out of starting this business is she wanted to be a designer, work with flowers, and she also wanted to have a give back component. And I told her, you don't need a business to do that. You just don't. So the first thing is the volunteering. There's many websites. I use volunteer.org, but there's tons out there. So you can easily do that and schedule something. There's tons of kids, especially in low-income areas, that need mentorship. The next part is she needs experience from someone else. Now, it might be super hard, especially in urban major cities, to get experience from someone that you want to learn from, maybe another designer or a company, and it's really hard. You can't get a job there. you really want to go outside your area. I would really suggest getting a job doing anything in that business. So I was never a designer at flower shops. I had worked at ones, and I had worked at them. And I found that super useful. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur and run my own business. I worked at a few of the top flower shops just to see what they were doing in their marketing, and I watched the designers and ask questions and just learn. The third thing is you need experience on your own. Start, offering coworkers or family members or friends the opportunity, the chance for you to do something for them. Photography, cooking, floral design, hair, really anything, any service. As long as you cover the cost of the materials and supplies, I'm going to give my labor. I want, you're going to use that for experience to see if you even like it, and then for your portfolio. Something that I want to mention is it's very important that you time yourself. You should time yourself for everything just so you have an idea, because if you do get to that level where you can hire people, you need to know how long something takes. And then just for your own self. I myself have spent many hours wasted on ideas that never went anywhere or research, lots of disappointment and lots of things I wish I didn't spend time on. At the time I thought I wanted to do it. It's really important knowing what you don't want to do. That really is valuable. I know people say that all the time, but it's very true. It's just part of the process. I spend 90% of the time on my computer, either doing orders or, cold emailing, outreach. There's so much stuff, social media, it goes on and on. So no matter what, you're going to be spending at least the first couple of years behind the computer. If that bums you out and doesn't excite you and you don't think you could do that for at least 4 years, then just do that craft or that sense of play, just do it on the side. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone at all. Some people like just working for someone else. You don't have that headache. Follow your heart, your gut instinct, intuition, and you'll be totally fine. I hope that you find something that I say to be useful, and you never know when you'll call on a piece of information years down the line. I love when that happens to me, whether it's through a therapist or a mentor or something I read or something I watched. So that is why I wanted to share my own experience with you. Stay safe, stay sane, and give yourself a self-hug.